I've never wished for turkey, and I've hitched
Mulligan stew, baby, and no turkey. Never wish for turkey. Hey, from Maine to Albuquerque, baby, it is Sammy Davis Jr. Hey,
try to
play it cool. I'm sorry to say I've never met Mr. Peter O'Toole. One of the greatest renditions you're ever going to hear. Lady and the Tramp. It's a classic, live from Las Vegas. It's a Capitol. It was all Capitol recording stars back then down in Las Vegas. Sammy and Dean Martin and the chairman of the board. Hey, it is July 13th. July 13th, that means it's Preservation Thursday. Preservation Thursday, brought to you by Women at Work. Women at Work Incorporated in the Virginia area, Richmond, Virginia, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy stuff. Oh, hey, before we go any further, a big shout out. The other day, it was Jimmy Shelley's birthday. Jimmy Shelley, of course, up in Idaho. Got some news about Idaho today. Idaho, years ago, I met Jimmy Shelley over on LinkedIn. Jimmy Shelley started Subbers No Pay Group. And we would list the companies. And the first company that was listed in that, Seas. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Hope you had a great day, man. Hope you had a great day. Hey, we are looking for federal employee PN 849114. Just looking for them. They know something. I'm going to address Craig Carnes here this morning. And I don't understand, and I think we all deserve an answer to this. Best asset was awarded 4S. They were out of Dallas, Texas, or in that area, out of Texas. Of course, 4S is the Idaho and the state of Nevada. Those two states, that's 4S. I am still baffled, and I do not understand why people are bidding contracts when there is established pricing and you have an office in Reno, Nevada that can hire a contractor. Why is a contractor from another state bidding a contract in Nevada? How can they complete the work? They can't. Period. A company in Dallas, Texas, or in Austin, Texas, or Houston, Texas, El Paso, Texas, I don't know, Texas, cannot do the work in Nevada or Idaho. They can't do it. They're 1,500 miles from here. Their arm ain't that long, neither is their lawnmower. Let's be real. Why isn't that office in Reno being utilized to find help in Reno, in the northern Nevada area? Why isn't the office in Boise, Idaho being used to find contractors capable of completing the work? That is looking for small business, not having a company and awarding contracts to a Notion, BLM, and all these backroom deals going on. And now all of a sudden we have the thieves that left AMS and started Guardian, and the other half went over and started a Acero 24. How is this going on, people? Those are the people. How does Guardian get a HUD contract after the people involved with that company were caught cheating the system? I'm not getting it, Mr. Carnes. I'm not getting it. Maybe Ben Carson can look at this for us and give us some answers. It doesn't make any sense to me, but now we have even a bigger mess because instead of being in Texas, the contract is going to Leventon, Pennsylvania. And oh, by the way, this company, Guardian, Ernie Stefkovic, He was an AMS guy, now defunct, MCS picking it up. I haven't heard from the attorneys yet, and I haven't heard from the people over at VRM. VRM, what is going on? What is going on? You're supposed to get back to me in a day. You're supposed to answer questions over the weekend. You're going to do an interview. 4 times we set a time, and then you cancel the interview. Then we get scuttlebutt that, there might be an FBI investigation going on. Something might be funny with that new VA award, and everybody's mum over there. But yet they're pushing stuff out in social media. They'll push stuff out, but they won't answer the questions. Kind of like the Democrats. They'll make an accusation with no proof, but they're doing the same thing. How's that work? I'm not getting that either, but I'm not a politic guy, so I'll let them fight all that. I'm just a guy that kind of speaks up for labor and the injustices on labor. January 2015, Forecloserpedia reported on Guardian. Let me see. I did something. I actually wrote about them. They made the watch list in April of 2014, ladies and gentlemen. Why did they make the watch list? They have a front person that is female, so they're getting female women business-owned contracts. And they're cheating. They're cheating because this woman the woman that runs that company, the face of that company, does not do 90% of the work, 80% of the work. I'll bet she's a face and doesn't do any of the work. Not if Mr. Stekovic is involved. Not if Mr. Stekovic is involved. So now, instead of having to deal with somebody only 1,500 miles away, the people in Nevada, and this is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't scuttlebutt here today. This has been confirmed. Guardian has already started contacting, and this is how CS this company is. They're wanting you to work and sign a contract without looking at numbers. Are you kidding me? No. Here's what I'm just me. If they contact me, yeah, sure. Send me the work. I'll send you a bill. That's how you do it, folks. That's how you do it. Send them a bill. Send them a bill. Somebody else, I got to open some stuff up here. Remember that Cyprix company, folks? Remember Cyprix? Yeah, Cyprix. The insurance fraud company of the property preservation industry. Somebody sent me an email the other day. Chelsea Clinton being sued for theft. Isn't that rich? Isn't that rich? Stole $500,000 to have a wedding and produce offspring. So somebody ought to sue her, I guess, huh? Let me see. Boy, oh boy, have I got that much stuff in the last week? It looks like I have. There we go. Let's see here. NFR. There's another company in the mix. This company deactivated me because I was posting training videos of trash outs and maid service. I never showed the address or the location of the property. They had even asked me one time to meet a team and train them on winterizations. Go figure. NFR wanting another vendor to train another vendor. Employee status. Employee status. I'm telling you, people, wake up, man. And I don't understand why more and more people haven't spoke with, let me see here, this one here. Cyprix, with whom I worked for over 8 years, decided that only 4 insurance companies, and ladies and gentlemen, they want you to do a $35 long cut and then take 30% of that. 20%, I mean, out of a $35 long cut. Hang on just a minute. You're getting less than $30 when it's all said and done. But they're not billing $35. They're billing like $300. Remember that. Any chance you got anything in writing? Let me see. Okay. But she did, this gal here, let me see here. It's not required. Here's the deal with and I've talked with insurance agents on this, and I've talked with insurance commissioners. If a company takes a percentage of your money because you do not carry workman's comp, they have to provide that workman's comp. If not, it's insurance fraud. I'm telling you right now, if they have charged you any money for workman's comp, get an attorney, or you call and I'll tell you what to say right now in the email. Get your pencil out. It has come to my attention that you're illegally removing money from my checks because I do not carry workman's comp. Per whatever the state law is in your state, per Illinois State Penal Code 618.322B, I do not have to carry, therefore you owe me. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get your money back. They don't want to get that in court. If you want to screw them, have they screwed you? Has Cyprus stuck it in you, bent you over, and drove you to Newark? Get an attorney and go get your money. You'll get treble damages. I hope somebody's been working for them for 15 years and they've been doing that. Treble damages adds up real fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's illegal for them to do what they're doing. Okay? Let's see here. But here is something that, here is, where is this here? I was looking at a thing, and they were, it's not in this one here. It's in that one there. Okay. Yeah, Cyprus sends over a thing that you have to use Brunswick, and you got to love this, and Insurance Tech. York, Jersey, Brunswick, and there was a third company, a fourth company, and I'm having difficulty finding that email right now. But Insurance Tech was on there. Of course, Insurance Tech, all these people are members of NAMFS, number one. That's number one. Number two, Insurance Tech, under investigation for insurance fraud. Thank you, Vicky Bozer, for allowing us to prop you up to make you money, you bitch. She burned out. That is way out of line, man. We propped her up to give the industry another insurance company to use, and then what does she do? She goes and steals, just like every other, just like all the good members of NAMFS. They steal from labor, and Eric Miller says nothing. I don't get that. But yet, Mr. Miller posts every day in social media about this wonderful event coming up. Come see our speakers. Go to booth number this. Go to that. Go to this. When are you going to come to the table, Mr. Miller? When are we going to quit ignoring? When are we going to quit ignoring the independent contractor labor issue? I haven't heard from the attorneys, folks. I haven't heard from the attorneys. I will get back with the attorneys on that. I argued with them to no avail. I know this gal sent me this list. It's driving me nuts now. I can't find the email. I should have had it pulled up. I apologize, folks. Things have been a little crazy, little crazy to say the least. Yeah, see, I was talking to this person, and they said to me, I argued with them to no avail, and this was, they were taking 9% if you didn't carry workman's comp. And I want you to think about that for a minute. You talk about a scam? Every state in the country has a provision for a sole proprietor. If you're the only person working for your company and you have any other kind of insurance, almost every state has a clause you do not have to carry workman's comp. Workman's comp is a very expensive insurance, and I've never agreed with how they bill you. To me, that's a cheat when it's all said and done, too, especially if they tell you a number at the beginning of the year based on last year's numbers, and let's say, oh, you did more. This is what I don't understand. Let's say for 2016, we invoiced $1 million. No accidents. Going into 2017, they start doing our stuff, and let's say out of that $1 million, we paid 65% of that was to labor. Okay, so they give us a fee based on $650,000. That's our insurance premium fee, right? For 2017. Now, let's say in 2017, my numbers increase by 5. I do $5 million in invoicing, and it's like $3 million for labor. I have no accidents. They want to charge me more money now. How does that work exactly? Don't you think that if you do more volume, more work, and you have no accidents, you should be getting some kind of deal? I'm sorry, you should be getting a rebate is what you should be getting. If you're having no accidents and they're not having to pay into an accident pool or anything for you, what's going on here? That's what I don't get about workman's comp. I think that's a cheat insurance too. I really do. I think that's a garbage, bogus type of insurance. So, but NFR, another garbage company, ladies and gentlemen. They're cheating people left and right. Let me see here. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it at all. I did get some more scuttlebutt yesterday. Hang on, I'm going to find this on a couple new companies, ladies and gentlemen. A couple new companies. Doobie 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 doo. Be doobie doobie doo. Let me see here. Here it is. I'm not quite sure what's up on these companies. So let me see here. But there is a lot of scuttlebutt. Boy, I'm telling you, a lot of scuttlebutt. Diverse Property Solutions, Meticulous Landscape. Why are your names coming across my desk? I'm not sure. We're going to find out. You guys got problems with these guys? Their names coming across my desk for a reason. Somebody's backdooring me on these companies for a reason. I don't know. Diverse Property Solutions, Meticulous Landscape. I've been requested to put them on the watch list. The watch list? What are you doing, guys? Gals, huh? I don't know. This ain't me making stuff up, folks. This is you. This is labor sending me information so I can tell the rest of the industry what's going on. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. You got a problem? Let's try to work it out. Speaking of problems, let's discuss something going on in social media right now by members of labor. And labor, I understand. I'm not going to call anybody out specifically here. Labor, I understand frustration. I just recently did something I chastised people about. But I did it for a reason. VRM. 4 times we set a time to have an appointment for an interview about their new VA contract. 30 minutes before that time, I get an email from another person, not the person holding the interview, that she can't, Cheryl Tyson Johnson, I believe her name is, cannot hold the interview because something else more important came up. Okay, fine. I'm not really an important guy. I'm just a little nobody on the mountainside. I'm not important. Take care of your business. It's all good. So I sent over 4 questions with a couple A's and B's on them. So maybe 6 questions total. No response. None. Next day I get cryptid messages about federal investigation into the VA contract, the new VA award. Something's funny. I send questions. Nothing. Not even, hey, screw you, we don't want to talk to you. You might put us in a bad light. Nothing. No respect. That's disrespect is what that is. Now, yesterday I see Cheryl posting something up in social media promoting the company. So I have to stop and ask, hey, how come you never responded to the interview questions? How about the question about the investigation that I put in social media? Is that a good idea to do that? Air the dirty laundry? Yes and no. I understand it. You get frustrated. But at the same time, if you're going to get frustrated about stuff, folks, you have to. Here's what happens inevitably in social media. Company A is a bad company. They haven't paid me my money. Your company A responds, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, you didn't do this. Da 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 da. And before you know it, people are litigating their case in social media. They're saying things that can't be extracted. They're putting stuff in writing that attorneys are going to use as evidence. Just think about what I just said there. Once something goes out there, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Once you put something in Cyberland, I don't care if it's an email, a quote in social media, whatever it is, there's a way to go find it because they just found 28,000 more emails that belong to Hillary Clinton and John Podesta. Bleached, bit, and hammered. Remember that incident? I don't know where that crap goes out in Cyberland, but it's out there, ladies and gentlemen. It's out there, and tech-savvy people can go find it. So when you're putting something in social media, when you're putting something in writing, you're creating a trail of evidence. Way back when, they'd call it a paper trail. Now it's an electronic trail, I guess you would call it. I'm not real sure. But you're dealing with putting information out there, and let's just say that let's say the conversation is going okay, and then you get twisted about something he says, and you say something about his kid, you get upset, or you say something about his messed up hairdo, whatever. But you kind of veer just a hair, just a skosh from the subject matter, and you interject something else into the equation. That becomes evidence. That becomes, oh, you were just trying to besmirch my client. That's what that turns into. You're upset because you did something wrong. You didn't get paid what you thought you deserved. So you're besmirching my client and libeling him and slandering him. That's the direction it goes. So my thing is this. I have advocated for many years. And people know, I've been with Paul Williams on this from the very beginning. There needs to be an independent third-party conflict resolution program in this industry, or this industry needs to go to employees, period. No ifs, ands, or buts there. The industry needs to start establishing procedures that will stop all this crap. And my suggestion, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. My suggestion is a quality control program that inspections held on day 1, negotiations on the property and services on day 2, day 3, the services get started for completion. Just that simple. It stays within the timelines and the time frames of everything within the industry. It allows people to be business-like, and that's important. And nobody is addressing that, Mr. Mingham, Mr. Miller, Mr. Tony Newman. Those are the 3 players right now, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Newman, Chairman, International Association, Field Service Technicians. Brian Mingham, of course, NRES. And we all know who Mr. Miller is. We all know Eric Miller. We all know who he is, don't we? Executive Director, National Association of Mortgage Field Services. Or is it Management for Stealing, Mr. Miller? I don't know. I'm just asking. But I really believe that going forward, and people have asked me about International Association Field Service Technicians. I reported a little bit last week. I'm having device issues, and I'm not able to write as prolific as I was in the past, posting articles. And some of you are asking, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I do apologize. I just could use a couple. You got a computer laying around? Donate it, folks. I don't have a laptop. I don't have a desktop. I do everything off of telephones. So it becomes very difficult. I will, as many of you know, there's some stuff coming up here where we're looking to do different, something different with Alladay LLC and take the show on the road, if you will. He'd be going too. So, hey, you never know. Get a little advertising going on there. If you need some advertising help, if you can throw a donation our way, we sure would appreciate it. Things are very, very tight right now. Man, we have a big fire here, and the smoke is still about 15 miles up the road. Burned 15,000 acres yesterday. I picked up another 5, so it's in the 25,000 acre, 20,000 acre range. But the smoke and stuff is, whoo, man, bad. But through all this, I'm still going to try to do GMO Tuesdays and Preservation Thursdays and keep the podcast going. I can sit and pause and do them at the side of the road if I need to, and just keep the information coming, folks. That's how that works. You keep information coming. We'll get it out there. We will get it out there. Women at work, ladies and gentlemen. Women at work. Are you in the Richmond, Virginia area? Women at work. Landscape maintenance. Property management. That girl got it going on. Kim Savage, she, Women to Work, Women at Work Incorporated, 804-539-4333. Get a hold of Kim Savage. She can take care of your needs over there. As a matter of fact, I was just talking to her. She's had to hire somebody. So she got the help going on. So if you're looking for help in that part of the world, you need inspections done. Griffin Inspections, of course, Ray Griffin can help you with risk management. That's what he does. He's a risk management assessment guy for your security needs with your company. But Griffin Security, they do some good stuff. He's over there in the kind of southern Utah, Nevada area, down in that area. But you can find him, Griffin Security Services, I believe it is, and he can help you out there. I don't know what happened to this guy. He was supposed to get back to me. Brett Douglas. His name popped up on the NAMFS membership. I don't know, man. People are asking questions. I haven't heard back from them, but and I also, when that happened, here was the thing. Buckzek was on the new list. Brett Douglas, Team Ironclad, on the new list. There was a couple other names on there, and I was like, wow, these people haven't. So I sent Eric Miller an email. Hey, is there any chance an old list got printed by mistake or something? Never heard back from him. So I'm guessing the people that are saying they're not members actually are. I don't know. There's been no confirmation on that. So take that for what it's worth, folks. Myself, I had fellow members that beat me up that bad. I'd be like Garrett Donovan and Sue. Garrett Donovan. Here's how crappy NAMFS is, ladies and gentlemen. Garrett Donovan says, "Hey, no, your members screwed me. You did nothing to assist me when I was being financially raped for over $100,000, and my company was almost broke because of AMS. You would do nothing." So he doesn't want to, be a member anymore. He gives his membership up, lets it expire. What do you think NAMFS did? sent him to collection. They had collection agencies calling him for a year. Finally, he had his attorney call the collection agency and said, hey, how would you like to be arrested for harassment? That's how that worked. They sent a collection agency when he decided he didn't want to be a member anymore. Are you kidding me? I don't know. International Association Field Service Technicians, ladies and gentlemen. Is it right for you? I'm not saying go join this outfit. I'm saying take a look at them. What can they do for your company? How can they help your company? Can they help your company? Is it, when you make decisions, ladies and gentlemen, you don't make them for now. You make them for the long term of your company. And you really do want to sit down and weigh things out. How is being a member of this organization going to help me? And I'm sorry, but I just don't think being a member of NAMFS, if your labor is going to help you, because they don't support labor. I've seen over time and time, and look at Brett Douglas. He got ripped off by other members. And he still continued to pay the money to him. He was a good member of that organization. He made a commitment. He said, I'll do this. So he stood behind his word. But I'm sorry, you ripped me off like that? No. Not only would I have gone after the people that ripped me off and liened properties, I'd have went after the organization. That's who I would have went after. And I am surprised, I am literally blown away that an attorney has not rounded people up and gone after that organization. They got no money, but all the companies around them do. And when you hit the et al. In a lawsuit, you go after NAMFS et al. And this is exactly why our insurance agent would never allow they would never allow certificate holder, additionally insured to be the same person, because that is who controls your insurance policy. And if something happens, ladies and gentlemen, et al. Attaches you to the lawsuit because you have additionally insured them and they hold the certificate. That is why our attorney would never allow that to happen. I want you to think about that. My attorney flat out, not the attorney, but the insurance agent, we were all on the phone when this happened. I got him on the phone and said, hey, I got, Robert here. He covers our insurance. And he flat out told him, he goes, you guys want insurance? Buy your own insurance. He goes, I'll sell you a policy. He goes, but my client is not insuring your company, period. Think about it. It's just food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. All of this stuff. Just think about what they do, what they say, how they go about this. You have options. Is International Association of Field Service Technicians the right outfit for you? Is it a trade association that you want to become part of? Like I said, what can they do? I do know this. They're trying to develop education programs that would be independent to where they can work with labor on that training issue and provide that. This is the difference in them and NAMFS, where NAMFS attempted to have their members force labor into taking education programs. International Association of Field Service Technicians is willing to provide education to the labor members of the organization. So those members are qualified to assist the other members of the organization in providing a quality product, the end product service. Just think about how that rings, ladies and gentlemen. NAMFS does nothing to protect labor. Nothing. They allow members to steal from labor. They allow members to join the organization that are liars and cheaters and send pictures from the crap table while people are saying, hey, where's my money? cheap suit Jay. They allow Bucksec back in? Over $1 million in fraud? I'm serious. I can't believe that when they did something that there was not a plea agreement somewhere because they were crossing state lines committing RICO violations. I cannot believe that there's not a clause. I think now that there's enough time has gone by, maybe Mr. Williams over there up to the minute fraud reporting over there at foreclosurepedia.org. He's got a little longer arm than I do, man. Maybe he can backdoor something and we can get the agreement that nobody could talk about because we signed a disclosure. We can't talk about it. I'm betting there's something in that agreement that says they can't come back into the industry. Not that way. Not that way. I would be so suspect if a court didn't do that. I mean, if they didn't, that means NEMFS came in at the 11th hour with serious attorney to stop what's going on. And make no mistake about this, I don't think Bucksec footed their own attorney bills. I got a feeling NEMFS had somebody come in the back door. That's the only way to keep a lid on things. They can't keep a lid on things anymore. They cannot keep a lid on things anymore, can they? Not with old Mr. Williams and me around. We're going to find out. We're going to let you know. That's what we do. We're going to find out, and we are going to let you know. Let's see if I got anything else that came in this morning. I was expecting something else. If it hasn't come in, I'm not going to say anything yet, folks, because I want to wait, because this might, it could be. Zeline, I'll get this in the link. I'll put this up in the link. These two non-standardized construction documents can be a trap. I'll put that in. Florida lien waivers form and guide. Last week I posted up there the California. This week we got the Florida. Of course. And I'll put both those links in there from Z-Lean. Give him a call. Give Scott a call over there. Tell him Aaron sent you. He'll get you squared away, folks. They'll get you squared away. And if you got something, they'll get you. They got licensed attorneys in every state. They'll help you out. $150. Come on. They'll work with you. They'll work with you. Let's see here. Reform to. No, that's not. Nope, it hasn't come in. So I'm going to have to hold off on that. But we will. I got to keep a lid on it right now. We'll have to see how it plays out. But it does deal with some labor issues, and if it pans out, I think it'll be good. It's about a lawsuit, and we'll find out when it comes in. As for, I have not heard on the AMS FAS. I'm sure I'll hear something soon, and we'll be able to say something here about that. That was on July 5th. I haven't heard anything back yet. We'll find out about that. Again, up to the minute fraud reporting, foreclosurepedia.org, foreclosurepedia.org. Boy, he got it going on over there. And if you have stuff on Cyprix, I'm telling you, go back and get your money back, man. Go back and get your money back. But about 7 years ago, Guardian was the AMS people. They, of course, now have 4S out here on the West Coast. And I sent them a question. Hey, are you actually going to use independent contractors, or are you going to be using employees? Do you need a field supervisor? I threw my hat in the ring to be a field supervisor for them. I don't know if they can afford me, but I could definitely help them out with what's going on over here. I know Leventon, the little county Leventon in is about, I don't know, 600 square miles or so. It's not a very big county. When you think about Nevada having counties that are 10,000 square miles. Yeah. So some of the counties in Nevada are bigger than Rhode Island, for crying out loud, Connecticut. So you have when you have territory to cover, and you're working out of Leventon, Pennsylvania, you cannot do the job. I don't care what you say, you cannot do the job. It's just that simple. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you present it. You cannot do the job. It's impossible to do. It's just flat out impossible to do. So, let me see. How would I go about getting my insurance? This person even wanted their insurance. They were going, well, we could vet your insurance company, and their carrier was Stratum, and but the Cypress wanted to force the thing and simply sign up with Proven before it's required. Another requirement that's going to cost labor. I want to, if you want to see the survey I did when the Proven system first came out, it still holds true today. What's going on with Proven? The stuff gets stuck in a queue somewhere. Somebody's got to approve it. Time over here gets shifted to over here. We saw no cost savings at all whatsoever. None from Proven system. And it was a mandatory requirement. As a matter of fact, our phone bill went from $150 to $600 a month. Data transfer, ladies and gentlemen. Data transfer. That's something you need to consider. So Cypress, they're all doing the Proven. They're all making you an employee. So my question becomes today, when will labor stop being employees unless they're paying themselves? Do you pay yourself? Do you pay yourself? Before I get out of here, today's a Business 101 tip, folks. Do you pay yourself? People have asked me, how do I get more business-like? How can I do little tricks to do? Number one, what I did, I was doing things out of my bedroom at first, and then I said, I never leave the room now. So what I did was I set an extra bedroom up in the house as an office. If you don't have an extra bedroom, maybe a corner of the garage. Just go buy one of those $100 little 8x10 storage units for the backyard. Make it an office. What you want to do is give yourself somewhere to go. If it requires you, punch the time clock for yourself if you need to. Write a time card out for yourself. Get something like this. This is kind of old school here. This might be a collector's item in accounting areas. But you see all that stuff right there? Start keeping records. Start keeping records. Do you have this kind of information in your office? Emergency phone numbers. This is one of the things from my office right here. In my office, emergency phone numbers for Alliday LLC, where the hospitals are in the area, who physicians might be. Oh yeah, I did have a couple Spanish-speaking guys too, man. But do you have something like that? Have you, say you offer, these are all companies I've helped, folks. Say you offer stocks to people, articles of bylaws, minutes of the meetings, keep ledgers. That's what this is right here. I got this from Kaminsky Studios. But there's minutes of the meeting when they incorporated their bylaws or articles of incorporation. All this kind of stuff. Here's another one. I worked with this guy here, Barney's Fly Fishing Ranch, a while back. But you see what they have. Do you have anything like this in your office or where you are that would help you act and become more business-like? Anything that you can do, ladies and gentlemen, I got books falling everywhere. Let me put them all back there. Anything you can do that will help you. Set hours. Set some hours for yourself. I'll go to work at 6 and at 5 I'm punching out. I'm taking a break. I'm doing something. But if you get yourself set up in a manner to where you're not spending all day in the bedroom per se, or you're not spending all day at the house, give yourself the appearance of going to work. It'll help. The next thing you want to do, when you start doing that, start tracking your hours. Start tracking how many hours do I actually work. And then we'll get to part 2 and how to figure out if you're making less than minimum wage. And I'll bet you, I'm going to give you an example. I had a guy one time tell me, you know, we do these $3 inspections. They add up really fast. And I asked him, I said, have you ever figured out how much money you're making with those? And he said no. So I showed him how to do a break-even point and a break-even analysis. And he got back, he goes, wow, you're right. He goes, I'm making $1.50 an hour. How much is your time worth, ladies and gentlemen? It's worth more than $1.50 an hour. I'll guarantee it. If you like what you hear, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the station. It's going to be a great day, folks. It's going to be a great day. Hey, if you can help us out, check the links in the description. Go to the website. Hit us with a donation. We sure could use the help right now. It's pretty tight. It's going to be a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a good time. Let's all be safe out there.